They've really miscalculated by openly stealing the election at the primary level and admitting it. Trump can now come right out and say, you are ongoing stealing the election. You are a fraudulent nominee. You have had your emails hacked that you sent protesters to disrupt our First Amendment and to blame Bernie. You should resign. And then the globalists might blow up Trump's airplane. But then everyone will know they did it. I mean, as long as we engage them, they lose. Even if they destroy Trump or destroy myself or go after Matt Drudge. I mean, I'm telling you. You already saw the Supreme Court justice drop dead. And then it came on the Washington Post. Oh, they covered it up because it was a secret society. Oh, that he got invited to. Oh, we were there and said, this place is like Bohemian Grove. And then a month later, they said it was a spinoff of Bohemian Grove. That's how tuned in we are. And I'm not bragging. But let me tell you, it's like a police detective that's been tracking a serial killer in an area for 20 years. After 20 years tracking a serial killer, and you found 40-something dead bodies, you know this guy. You know him. And so many times when they actually catch him, it's exactly who the profilers thought. I have been doing this 20-plus years. I know these people. I know them. Let me tell you, it isn't hard to know they're going to steal this election. And Trump better fight it. And he is planning to. And I have an incredible responsibility, and so does InfoWars, to get all these people that have admitted they're doing this, to get the delegates together, to show how they did it state by state, to put the evidence on. It's been in the New York Daily News. It's been everywhere. Admitted that they met in secret in California the day before, and he was going to win by a landslide in early voting. They already knew, and they just said, these will be the numbers. This is how the superdelegates vote. And the superdelegates even voted to, like, have a percentage for Bernie, the made-up percentage they wanted. I mean, it's like tea parties with 3-year-old girls or something. They just had a fantasy land deal. And it was okay because AP was there and CNN was there. Oh, the media was there, don't worry, when we stole the primary that put Hillary over the top. So we're taking calls about how do we fight this? What do we do? What does Trump do? But more and more, we're going to write articles in the next few weeks, videos, you name it. We're going to hit Trump with them so he can retweet them, get them out. And the media will attack him if he just puts out the research, and then he can respond. That might be the best way. And I know the White House is watching right now. God, look at you unhappy people. You look like you're living in hell or something. You're unhappy because you're dirt bags out to get humanity. I know you're blackmailed and scared, Obama. I don't think you're as evil as Hillary, but you're pretty darn evil. And I know you think this is all funny, but deep down you know it's not funny. The globalists are in all these publications admitting world government's in trouble. You're never going to get that world government slot. You're never... Look at your UN event down there with the Olympics. It's a giant cesspool. Everything you do turns to absolute garbage. Let's go ahead and go to Hillary with the doublespeak, the 180 from reality about our democracy. Our voting is in trouble, and she's the one that's going to save us from her. Here it is.
I believe our economy isn't working the way it should because our democracy isn't working the way it should.
And she's bought by special interest. Let's play that again. She's also bought by special interest.
I believe our economy isn't working the way it should because our democracy isn't working the way it should.
You're right. Here's the article from February 12th this year. Great article by Kit Daniels. It should be more hardcore. We're going to put it back out. I mean, I'm not blaming Kit. It's just hard to believe when this was first starting. And we were telling people in February they're stealing superdelegates. They would have national stories saying I was crazy, even though it was happening. So Kit said, Hillary superdelegate, why your vote doesn't count. Hillary already has over half the superdelegates and is expected to gain more. And this guy is a Democratic California, out of California, but a national superdelegate. And we've got him in the bar, you know, where they were having press conferences, admitting the entire thing. Mr. Valhalla, that's a cool name. Isn't that just cute? Isn't that just special? Bob Mulholland. And he is a superdelegate. You can go look, he was a Hillary superdelegate for California. So was the governor. This is a high-level Democratic operative, just arrogantly, just like the Republicans went on TV and said your vote doesn't count. But he does a little bit smoother. He goes, Bernie, you'll get some, and you'll get a little piece of stuff off the table. Let's play the clip.
It sounds like Hillary is going to have a huge edge when it comes to superdelegates. Is that correct?
Oh, yeah, and former DNC chairs like Howard Dean, who's from Vermont, he's known Bernie for decades, he's for Hillary. Yeah, the people who have worked with Hillary for decades are big supporters of her. If they haven't said so yet, they will over the next several weeks.
So roughly, when it comes to the Democratic National Convention, what is the rough total of delegates that are going to be available for the DNC?
Right now, about 4,800. So you need about almost 2,400 to get the nomination. And the way we work is that anybody who gets 15% more in election gets delegates. So this election will go all the way to California. Sanders will end up with well over 1,000 delegates, and Hillary will get the nomination.
Okay, now the superdelegates are basically what Hillary pretty much already has in her pocket. How many delegates does that amount to?
750 delegates. My guess is she probably has half of them committed to her, but she's out there working the precincts and working the states every day for every vote. And March 1st is Super Tuesday. At the end of the day, you will see that Hillary has the most delegates of regular people from caucuses like Iowa, from New Hampshire primaries, Nevada, South Carolina, and then all those states on March 1st.
Now, he did it slicker than the Republicans. The Republicans just went on TV and said, look, your vote doesn't count, never has. If I can have that George Will article, guys, we are the sovereigns, we decide. But that backfired. But here he is. Oh, yeah, she's already got him committed. So it doesn't matter if Sanders really wins, just like New Hampshire. Right after this happened, New Hampshire, he got 20% more than Hillary, and she got way more delegates. That's how this works. This is the beginning of the long march against tyranny. We are running the biggest special we've ever run that we started running Wednesday. Most of the specials will continue through the weekend. A lot of things are about to sell out. The purchases, whether it's the supplements or whether it's a Hillary for Prison shirt or whether it is a film or a book on any subject of geopolitical import you can imagine, your purchase of these high-quality products is what makes this operation possible. We have the amazing Nootropic as building blocks that your brain needs. 20% off all Pro Pure water filters. 20% off all Alexa Pure air filters. We already have the lowest price on all this. 30% off all Survival Shield X2. And I want to salute and thank everyone who has been taking advantage of this sale, who have been wearing the Hillary for Prison shirts. You're making the news around the country. You're showing the power of grassroots activism, even if they flip on the internet kill switch of how we're going to resist at the grassroots level with information warfare. No one's ever stood up to them. All we're doing is standing up. You stood up with us. Your funding is essential. Thank you.